Welcome to another episode of Coffee and Whiskey with Ivy. The good news on the radio this morning is that our hot weather is back again. So please enjoy it, do not complain about it, drink a lot of water, wear very little clothes. Now, I'm sure all of you have been following what's been happening in Parliament. Education is back on the scene. PSLE, most fair of imperfect systems. The answer to the whole education and inequality issues is very well written by Sandra Davy in Unequal Childhoods. And her comment, to give lagging kids a leg up, give them a hand much earlier. Let's look at the real scene on the ground. How many parents are lowly educated and do not earn a good enough salary to afford tuition, to afford enrichment classes, etc. Don't just blame the education system. It is the whole system. We have to revamp the whole system in our country, starting from how the parents have been educated, what educational level the parents have, and how they therefore can influence the lives of their children moving forward. And now my favorite topic, government. This Minister Chan Chun Sing loves to do what they call in Hokkien, talking chiao language, you know? If you read what he says, 8 steps to tackle worries over cost of living. But first, there has been low inflation since 2012 to now. What is inflation? Cost of water is not inflation. Cost of food is not inflation. Cost of transport is not inflation. But he says, but looking at absolute measures, overall inflation in Singapore has in fact declined between 2012 and last year compared with the 5-year period before it. Then his next Chiao talk is, and the potential gap between aspirations and anticipated means. And his third very Chiao talk is, other factors also affect perceptions of living costs, including an evolving interpretation of what are essential goods and services for different groups. His English is so deep, even I, who can speak quite good English, liak bo kiu, that means I don't understand what is he talking. I'm totally disappointed in ministers making such comments, and that is why I don't watch Parliament, because their trained pets will all jump up and support them. But luckily, now, this Member of Parliament Liang Yinghua and Lee Biwa are finally asking good cost of living questions. 3 cheers to Tan Chuan Jing, our Speaker, because he allowed more time to be given to people to ask questions about cost of living. I'm also very happy to see that there are some ministers who are going down to the ground to listen and talk to people. The only way our ministers can get real news is talking and listening to people. When you go and meet a member of parliament, I am told their kakia, you know, their kakia will write down what you want to say, etc., etc., and you are told you don't have time to see the MP, or the MP doesn't have time to see you. So this is an absolutely good move of our ministers getting down to the ground and listening to the real problems on the ground. The 4G ministers are on the right track. You know, I dread the words baby bonus. SUSS is offering free classes to students who marry or have kids during their course of study. I think it is disgraceful. It's an insult to the intelligence of our people. You should not be encouraged to have children just because you're receiving a bonus or because you're having free classes. You should only get married and have children when you understand what a marriage is for and why you're bringing children into the world. You know, our government has been trying to bribe people with money, seduce people with money to get married and to have children. It is totally wrong. And it hasn't worked, as our recent figures have shown. What we need to do is to create the environment so that when you meet your partner, you build a nest together. Then you bring in the little birds after you have built your nest and you live there happily. and you have places to fly to and enjoy life. That is what makes people want to get married and have children, not just money. I'm sure many of you know about Ben's dilemma. He's given an excellent chance to become a professional football player, and yet we are not prepared to defer his national service for a couple of years so that we can see him make it to become a professional football player. Why is it so? This is because we have too many armchair generals who keep wanting to talk about war. But now, I think we need to transform national service. All boys and girls should be trained for services needed by our community. We need farmers who will grow food to feed the country. We need nurses. We need caregivers. We need plumbers. We need electricians. We must just make sure every boy and girl grows up to be a warrior and can protect and defend our country. We must build a rugged society. A country needs heroes. Fandi Ahmad was a hero. Joseph Schooling is a hero. Ben can be a hero. Defer him. We don't need Ben in the army for the time being. Dr. Amy Call thinks because women live longer, they should pay more premium for the insurance and punish us even more for living longer. Actually, Dr. Amy Call, why don't you look at it this way? We allow our husbands to die first so that they die comfortably and not have to worry about cleaning up the estate, etc. And we end up cleaning up the estate, closing up the shop, etc. and then we die. You know, women are already punished by being paid less for equal work. Women are already punished by getting pregnant. Women are already punished for doing more of the housework. And now, Dr. Amy Call, you think we should be punished for living longer? Come on, give us a break, man, Dr. Amy Call. You are also a woman. Johnson & Johnson ordered to pay record $6 billion in talc powder case to only 22 women. I am from the generation that was brought up with Johnson & Johnson talcum powder. I put it all over my body. So, can somebody tell me, is that dangerous? Is there asbestos in this? Is the Singapore Johnson & Johnson's baby powder safe? Who has checked it? Please give me an answer, because it is all over my body every day. You know the Bastille Day parade and our Prime Minister invited there as guest of honor? Great news. In fact, this picture is so pretty of two pretty happy boys holding hands. I love them. Thank you for watching Coffee and Whiskey again. Today, I am happy to share with you that this is a sugarcane plant and this is the stem of the sugarcane which you can eat. If you got good teeth like me.